Dog, that was perfect. That's a perfect way to come in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be all cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why ain't I live? You know what I'm saying? Why ain't I live? You know what I'm saying?
Is it? Can you hear? Can
you feel me? I play the music. I'm like, Mike, I'm calling Boo Thing. I'm like, okay, Boo Thing, why ain't they showing I ain't live? She like, it ain't showing live. I'm like, looking like, okay. The music played, everything. Look, Mike, I looked up, I just scrolled up, it said, go live. Hey, Jamal Sims jumped in already and said, you better have some good news, Mike. Mike ain't got no good news for you.
Kind of fucking good news you want? Ain't no good news today. Have you been around today?
Have we heard Dak Prescott got signed yet?
It's all terrible.
There ain't no good news. Ain't no good news. No good news. If Dak Prescott ain't got signed, there ain't no good news.
No.
Right?
No. I mean, apparently your tackles are working out, but there's good news about Tyron Smith about this time of the year every year.
I don't want to hear that no more crap. And you know what? You know what's the good thing about that? Now I'm gonna ask you that because you got the intel on it. But I put a tweet up on my page, right? Brian Broaddus' tweet where he was like, "Yeah, everybody be saying Tyron's in the gym and he's looking good and all that." And then when the game practice starts and I said the same thing. I don't even want to talk about no Tyron Smith because every time it starts, we talk about him. Next thing you know, it's 10 minutes. I mean, it's season. First game,
August 7th, and Tyron
back hurt.
Participated in any OTAs, and he's not practicing a training camp, but he's still in the weight room. No worries. He doesn't need to practice because he's a vet. And then we get to week 1, and it's Tyron ain't practicing today. They're just getting him ready for Sunday.
You know what I'm saying, Phil? I'm tired of hearing that. Shout out to my dog, the Ninja. I didn't get to check the score, but I'm sure Philadelphia is whooping my Mavs. But I told you, KP is out. We got Scully Stein, who dog, he just frustrates me.
He's got too small of a head to be good at sports. When your head's that small, you can't be good at sports. It's like factual information.
What's up, my dog Charlie Bridges? But dog, it just don't make no sense, man. You got all that talent and can't stay healthy. Got gained some weight. You can't be 7'4" and 200.
No, when you're that tall, it's a birth defect. That ain't talent.
He good though.
I mean, yeah, but then like everything, when you grow that much, your body gets all discombobulated. Your tendons are all made of Sour Punch candy and everything. You just snap up, and you roll an ankle. It takes you a year and a half to recover because you're 10 feet tall.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. They better not bet watching this investment. Let's get them likes up, man. Like, share, all that good stuff. Joshua Parker was Space Cowboy 17 was good. He said the news on Tyron isn't anything special. He always said he's in the best shape of his life of his career every year. I mean, it's the truth. We hear it every year. He's the best. The last 3 years we've heard it. He is in the best shape of his career.
See, that's a half truth. Because they're technically not lying to you. Because the dude's in fantastic physical shape. It's that spine. Then you only got one of, and it doesn't get any better. I don't care. It just does not get better. And if they say, "Oh, well, you did a back surgery, and now his back's better," no, that's not how backs work.
No. Now I'm gonna take this a step further, Mr. Mike. His back may be better. Okay, Mike. Listen. You have back surgery. Listen, hear me out. You have back surgery, right? Your back may be better. You may be in the best shape of your life. But guess what? You're going to step on the field in the NFL going against animals. So your back is going to go right back to being bad.
Snapped up.
If you never played again and had the back surgery, your back is in the best shape of its life because you're not having people hitting it every play. And that's why the back goes out. You had neck surgery too. I love Tyron, but if you're missing 4 games every year for the last 4 years, and then all of a sudden you have a neck surgery.
To be fair, it was only 3.
Okay, 3, 4, it's the same damn thing in my opinion because they're guaranteed you're gonna miss them. And I'm not hating on Tyron. Like I'm not hating on him, but it's the same thing I was saying with Sean Lee. Availability makes you great. You may be one of the top tackles, but it don't matter when you might miss critical games.
Speaking of Sean Lee, I'm going to say this real quietly. Leighton Vander Esch has played less games in his career at this point than Sean Lee did.
Wow. say that for the people in the back, because a lot of people been saying, "Oh, you always talking about Jalen Smith," but no, nobody say nothing about LV. You can say that again,
Vander
please.
Esch played 30 games so far in his career. At this point in his career, the game, because Sean Lee redshirted his first year, and those first 3 years that he was available, he played 33 games. May have been 32, but it was definitely more than 32.
So,
but we want to talk about how Sean. I mean, it's just he's not injury prone. It's just a freak injury. That sounds awful familiar. And then we're talking about Sean Lee's got freak injuries. Dude's going on 3-4 knee replacements by the time he's 26 years old, but it's a freak injury. No, a freak injury like they're talking about. Actually, shout out to Gavin Dawson. He said this today. That's right. I'm going to rip this from him. Shaq has a freak injury. LeBron James has a freak injury. When you're healthy for 15, 16 years and you go down on a back for a season or you go down on a leg for a season, that Kobe Bryant rips his Achilles. That's a freak injury. Not every 6 months you're ripping your damn knee or your elbow or your shoulder or your neck. No, that's not. Hurt guys stay hurt. No matter why the circumstance is. It's just the way she goes. Hurt guys stay hurt. And Leighton Vander Esch is a hurt guy. But anyway, back to the tackles.
No. Look, we can go wherever we want. And we need to talk about this because this was the problem in college. And this is one of the things that I don't hate on the Cowboys as far as they draft. We had good drafts. But why do they continually go after players that are injury prone? Yes, they have talent. Go ahead. Call me a timeout. What's up?
That wasn't a good pick. It wasn't a
good pick.
It wasn't advised at the time. It didn't make sense at the time. It didn't make sense a year from now.
Say Dallas has had bad drafts year in and year out, can we?
No, they actually have. Since 2016 to 2019, they haven't. Their best pick in the top round was a guy they traded for. Who are we talking about? You got Amari Cooper. That's with it since 2016 without Dak Prescott. I mean, you can talk about Zeke.
Let's eliminate 2016. 2017 is pretty much a wash.
Yeah.
2018, Vander Esch, no. Gallup, yes.
Yeah, but Connor Williams.
He played. This was his best season of his career, but you can't really say. Connor Williams was what, second round?
Yeah, he was 58, I believe.
We can't really say Connor Williams is living up to the second round status, can we?
Nope. And then you go to the next year, and what the hell did we do? They let Rod, and you traded the pick, then you let Rod Marinelli have his way because he had one night in a hotel room with a kid on his birthday, and all of a sudden we get an undersized defensive tackle instead of a desperately needed safety. Who are all playing well, by the way.
Well, not even that it was undersized. Here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem with that pick, and I go back to this, and this your thoughts. When you said, oh, we got gashed by the Rams. We need to get a defensive tackle. When you got an undersized, not just undersized, he was a 3 tech. You needed a 1 tech. That's why we're getting gashed. You didn't have a 1 tech. He's
Marinelli
a 3.
Wants him to get upfield, and this goes back to them having bad drafts. They shoehorned. We knew they were picking Leighton Vander Esch in January.
Because they were throwing it out there. Remember,
you had within two every year since 2016, even 2016, because that was a gimme. We knew they were taking Zeke because they were idiots. They had Ramsey as a safety, but that was a gimme. Every year we knew at the top of the draft, within 2 to 3 players by mid-February, who they were targeting. That's a bad plan because it wasn't necessarily who, it was position. Oh, we need a defensive end, Taco Charlton. We need an under tackle, Tristan Hill. We need Sean Lee's going down. What's his face? Both them 2 dudes left to Kansas City. Hitchens and Durant went to Kansas City. We got to figure this out. Leighton Vander Esch. A white American all-bred Mr. Cornbread from the Midwest. Let's go get him. Mr. Never played 11-man football in his life till he got to college and then got hurt. Let's go get him.
It was that other damn fast linebacker with Hitchens.
You had
charge.
Durant?
Not Durant.
Durant was slow.
He was he was the other one. He was young.
We've had so many linebackers come through.
Oh, was from Purdue.
Shit, dude, I'm blanking. Somebody, Damian Wilson. Thank you,
Damian Wilson. Yes,
thank you. We're over here, Space Cadet land, man. I couldn't.
But I knew
sit here for another 3 hours. I wouldn't have thought.
Remember, but
yeah,
there it is. But we've seen time after time players leave and go play good.
So that's why they did hit on a couple of picks, but the philosophy was bad. The process was bad. Even if it did maybe, well, none of them really worked out besides Gallup. But Gallup. I mean, a lot of guys had a top 50 grade on Gallup, and he just fell in the draft because he was from a bullshit school.
All right. You want me to be real with you, Mike?
So
I agree with you. I tried to be the positive person right here. About the draft.
Sorry,
no. This is the real show. This ain't don't come on here saying I'm stop being Debbie Downer. No, this is real here. Okay, we talk realness. Don't say that here. Don't worry about that. This ain't Debbie Downer. This is real stuff. So talk what you talk. But listen what I'm saying. I said since 2014. This is what I said since 2014, Mike. Let me get your thoughts. 2014. I said Dallas been since 2014 saying they've been concentrating on defense since 2014. But since 2014, they've been screaming it because they got the offensive line. They felt they had the offensive line, everything in check. 2014, because then 2014, they went after who they go after 2014? Didn't they get DeMarcus?
Mm-hmm. Traded
DeMarcus 2014. They got Gregory 2015, Byron Jones 2015. 2016 they went the offense, but they got Jalen. They were trying to go defense, right? But those defensive players haven't really panned out since 2014 besides DeMarcus Lawrence.
And I don't know how much
and Randy Gregory, but he hasn't been available.
And both of those guys are Blue Star specials. People forget that Tank Lawrence had bad off the field issues coming out of college, and that's why and an injury issue. That's why he fell in the draft. He was
nobody wants to talk. I don't want to look. Feel me like
that was a Blue Star special. It was, and then he didn't play like his first full.
He was in trouble. His first few years, he was in trouble.
His first full season was four years in. I'm terrible with years, how years work, but is it 2021, 2027? But the fact of the matter is he got suspended a few times, then got hurt, and then finally had a full season. And
I know because 24, because 20 when we talked about this is no hate, but this is just real talk. 2014, you came in, you had the broke foot. You didn't play until the half of the year, you got nothing. And then you got we remember what you did with Matthew Stafford with the play. Okay. 2015, you got suspended. He was in trouble in college and you got suspended 2015. 2016, and you was hurt too. You didn't do anything. 2016 was pretty much hurt the whole year, didn't do anything. Right.
So 4 years in, we're talking.
So the contract year, and all I said is this. They say sacks don't matter, Mike, right? But he said, I'm a 10-sack guy. I seen it. I read it. I watched it. He said, I'm a 10-sack guy every year. And that was the contract year. He said, I'm a 10-sack guy. So if you jump out there and say that, Mike, shouldn't you be held to it from people when they're like, why aren't you getting 10 sacks then?
True. I mean, I can't disagree. I'm not definitely sacks aren't anything.
I'm not. Yeah, sacks don't mean everything.
The dude played well on a terrible defense.
No, yeah,
no, he's not great. No,
it's slipped out. He's not great.
That's why they didn't pay him like he was great. It's a different. That's why he got. I mean, Stephen Jones came out and said that was.
He said, "You're not great. You're not these guys."
Yeah, because he's not.
He's not. I mean,
it's just not. I mean,
he's very good.
He's very, very good. And I don't know what you would have. Like, I was on the. I wanted to tag him, and I wanted to trade him, but I'm a coverage guy. I knew I was trying to avoid letting Byron Jones walk because I knew that's what they were setting up for.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that when they paid Tank, because you can hear Stephen Jones is a run truther and he's an edge truther. Mm-hmm. They will spend $300 million on the front line on the edges before they spend 80 in the secondary. Mm-hmm. Period. And it's going to be that way forever until somebody hits him in the head with a mallet and changes his damn brain. You're never going to be able to cover because they're not going to put any stock in safety. Maybe with this new defensive staff, since they let Rod run the draft for 5 fucking years and he tore it all to hell, maybe they'll let these guys have a chance and they'll draft a safety. That's our only hope.
But I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not geeked up on no Dan Quinn.
No,
I'm just sorry, and I'm not hating on him. I just ain't geeked up on you, dog.
I'm not. To be honest, I don't give a shit about defensive coordinators. The league is littered with fired defensive coordinators that got fired the second their talent ran out. They were a product of their talent. Offensive coordinators can do something with nothing. We saw it last year with Kellen. A head coach can do something with nothing. We've seen it with Flores. We've seen it with Billy Burr, his first year up there trying to put everything together. We've seen coaches. Shanahan comes up there and wins games. And hell, Tomlin went to the playoffs with a dude named Duck at quarterback. We've seen head coaches matter, but DC's no. You are what your talent is. Oh, there people talk about the Rams scheme. Oh, they changed the scheme and they did. No, your scheme is fucking Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. Period. That's your scheme. Let those dudes do what they do. Then everybody else is magic. That's all luxury. That's your scheme. We got DeMarcus Lawrence and a rookie quarterback who got hurt. That's what we got. That's and people want Mike Nolan. Yeah, Mike Nolan's trash, but what the hell was he going to do? What are you going to do with that roster?
Man, you speaking some real ass shit, dog. That's why I fuck with you.
I just don't. With you. People overinflate DCs. Oh, this guy's a wizard. Oh, there's some guys that can do timely blitzes and shit like that, but you can't do it if you don't have the talent. You can't blitz Jalen Smith off the edge like they do in Baltimore. Can't do that. You can't send Xavier Woods off the edge like they do Honey Badger. That dude to get nuked into the 7th row. It's just your talent.
And you know what else? And that goes to the point where Chris Richard was saying when everybody was frustrated with Chris Richard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, you know what? I did want to do some things, but
I got a remedial ass defense. I can't even read flashcards.
My guys can't do this, so I can't put in what I want because I don't feel like they can do this. And Mike Nolan even came out and said, I get what y'all saying, but you can't do something if guys can't do what I'm saying.
Now we've just been through since Jalen Smith's been here, we've essentially been through 3 DCs between Marinelli, Richard, and Nolan. What have we heard every year? Oh, the defense too hard. Oh, we're gonna dumb it down. We're gonna dumb it down. Yeah, because you're remedial. You don't understand NFL, and you're the dude with the green dot because nobody else can stay healthy. So the quarterback of your defense has a football IQ issue. And then you tack on the bad talent on top of that around him with remedial ass with subpar safety play with Jeff Heath that running around out there and that Deontay Thompson, whatever the hell that experiment was, and Xavier Woods that I'll take play. Everybody takes plays off. You're 6th round ass. What the hell you take? You should be happy you got a job. You're taking plays off. They're gone, and that's what you got. So give us Bill Belichick. He ain't fixing that defense. You need some talent, and they can't scout defensive talent until proven otherwise. That's my issue. People put some talent around. Okay, the $20 million quarterback situation. Don't pay Dak so we can get a $20 million quarterback, put some talent around him, fix this defense. What in the history of the last 20 fucking years with this team will tell you, number one, that Stephen Jones will spend the money. Number two, that they could actually find the talent to get around the damn guy to get to the playoffs. And number three, once you get there, you're going to lose. You know why? Because you have the worst quarterback. We've seen it happen. We watched it with Bonky G. We watched it with Lamar Jackson. We watched it with Patrick Mahomes didn't get outplayed by Brady. He didn't exactly have the game that he wanted to have. And we've seen it time and time again. And you want to,
keep going.
It's just, man.
You're spitting fire right now, dog. Keep going. You're telling real shit. Keep going.
20 fucking years, they haven't put any defensive talent worth a damn around this team. And if they did, they had we had DeMarcus Ware, we had Sean Lee, who stayed hurt, and we've had Morris Claiborne, who stayed hurt, and then we had Terrence Newman, who was trash here and then went elsewhere, then played till he was 47 fucking years old and made several Pro Bowls, We had Brandon Carr, treated him like shit. That was probably our best defensive free agency acquisition in a long time, which, by the way, Brandon Carr did not suck here. Should have treated him better. And what else do you want? What do you expect these guys to do? That I until proven otherwise, I have absolutely zero faith in them finding defensive talent. They prove me wrong.
Yeah, man. I totally feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally feel you. Like, I've been saying the same thing, man. But to that extent,
20 years, dude. I mean, there's a 20-year track history of them just constantly just making the wrong decisions. If it wasn't Blue Star Specials, it was, oh, we got to get the guy with the long arms who can't play, or we got to get the guy that's really tall who can't play, or we got to get the guy who's really fast but he can't play. It's just one thing after another, and it's either the scouts or their whole philosophy or all the above. But the fact of the matter is, everybody's got to be accountable, because you can't miss for 2 decades. And people have faith that they're going to magically tag and trade Dak and pick up a couple extra picks and have some magical draft and move off to free agency, imaginary land, and Stephen Jones is going to sprinkle pixie dust across it and bring in fucking Simmons and Vita Vea and shit like that. Come on, man. Come on. It's not going to happen. And until I don't know. Dak is your only hope. That is the only hope. You got to sign the dude and hope that he drags this bum ass franchise like Rodgers did to the Super Bowl in 2011, with no talent around him and a bunch of fucking hurt guys and an inept front office and a coach riding his thumb. And then people want to run our only chance at that off. I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get down with it either. But you know what? Like I said, everything you're saying, I've been saying, and I've been, and I stay quiet. I'm going to keep it real, Mike. I stay quiet because I feel like, when we leave, we said we don't want to be the Debbie Downers. And that's why I don't want to just be feeling like I want to say it like every show. But when people talk about the draft and talk about free agents, it's like, why the hell we even getting excited about that shit? Like, keep it real. Like, I'm not getting excited about that shit no more. Like, I'm gonna say something real quick to you, Mike. I tell people, and I'm gonna go back and say this again. I coached football, played it, but I was still an uneducated fan until I came in the media, Mike. I'm gonna keep it real. I was uneducated in 2016. Okay, I was one of them gun ho Cowboys, blah blah blah. I studied it, but gun ho, Mike. Got in the media, I started seeing a lot of dirty things I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Started getting into truths, started getting into seeing things that I'm like, hold up, dog. So now in 2021, I'm like, nah, I ain't falling for that dumb shit no more, because y'all not doing what y'all say y'all doing, and it's mediocre. And it's mediocre. And that's why people clown the Cowboys, because it is mediocre, because you see these other teams that leapfrog the Dallas Cowboys easily, just like that. And there's always the excuse. Always the excuse.
We're laughing at filthy right now, but they went from having the dream team, which was a dumpster fire, to firing all those guys, completely blowing the whole fucking thing up and winning the Super Bowl. And we're still over here talking about, hey, can we sign Dak?
Exactly. We're still talking about, and now we got some right, and now you got some good controversy, like, oh, let's talk about Russell Wilson. No, that's why I said it's dysfunction. I'm gonna say this, Mike. When you talk about free agents, what free agent is saying, I want to come to Dallas? Dallas don't win.
No.
Dallas ain't winners.
No.
And people be pumping this facade like that. Everybody wants to come to Dallas and play for Dallas. No, they don't.
No, they do that to get their name in the media.
That's it.
Let people know that that's period.
It's
people
a story.
Use the Cowboys.
Russell
people
Wilson.
Use the Cowboys like coaches use UT. Like every 5 years, Nick Saban going to UT, and then the boosters buy him another fucking house, and he gets another contract, and then we all go on about it. The Cowboys get used for leverage in the media. Nobody's ever coming here. What Stephen Jones ain't double-digit free agency? We don't do that here. We ain't paying no free.
Hey, you seen that post I made with JJ Watt when everybody.
Yeah, what double digit?
You know damn well when JJ Watt was getting released or he left. Why would you even talk about him? Anybody that's a double-digit guy is not coming to Dallas. Period.
No.
Point
6
blank.
million.
6 million. I was just about to say, you got to be a $6 million man, and it's sad that everybody freaking knows it. If you really follow it, we all know it. So if you ain't taking $6 million over here as a free agent, they ain't looking at you. You feel me? They're going to just say, oh, we're going to build on, or we're going to get us some undrafted free agents again and say, oh, we got the world's greatest scouts because we find these gems and and undrafted free agents. But guess what? It's mediocre and you don't win shit. And so I guess everybody's supposed to just sit here and keep on believing these damn lies, and you still don't have your damn quarterback signed. So while you talk all this stuff in the media, like Dallas is so great and this and that, mediocre, missed the playoffs 2 straight years, barely made it in 2018, missed it in 2017. 2016 was just a miraculous draft. 2015 missed it. You're not consistently making the playoffs. Nobody wants to really come to Dallas because they know they're not going to get paid. They're not coming to a winner. There is dysfunction. You talk about JJ Watt, just like I said, you leaving Houston was dysfunction. You coming to dysfunction again with a quarterback you don't even know he's going to be there. You get what I'm saying? So stop throwing this fluff in the air. This, like you said, pixie dust that we all supposed to magically believe this stuff like everything's supposed to be better and we're going to be a contender. They throw this shit every year in the media, Mike. Yeah. Every single year in the media saying Dallas is going to.
We got to deal with the shit like people think we believe it. Like, oh, y'all Cowboys fans, y'all, no. I'm like,
see, that's why they lump us all like, oh yeah, see, no, it's not.
2016 was this team's best chance at winning the Super Bowl since 2008, and they ruined it by having that piece of shit head coach in front of running this team. And the piece of shit head coach got coach of the year.
For what?
If Jason Garrett wasn't coaching this team, if you had someone halfway competent coaching this team in 2016, they at least minimum make the NFC Championship game.
At least.
Dak had fucking Aaron Rodgers on the ropes. Had him on the ropes.
Beat him earlier in the year.
Jason Garrett, we got to
in Green Bay.
We got to slow down. We got games getting too fast. 2-minute drill. I can't. Timeout. What happened? Gave Rodgers the ball back. History of the Cowboys playoffs. It's also the history of Rodgers' playoffs, really. His playoffs have been made off of beating terrible-ass Cowboys teams.
For real. For real, that's how you got there. For real, we helped you. 2014, too.
Yeah, 2014, I didn't like that one. People, we have a shot. Man, that defense is busty. Defense is busty as hell.
Let's talk about this right quick, because I always be saying, if DeMarco Murray didn't fire, I get it. Okay.
But we had Romo was duct taped together. Like,
not even saying that though, Mike. If Dez would have scored that touchdown, let's say if we would have scored that touchdown, there was still
2.5 minutes left.
No, it was 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It was 4. I remember it was 4 minutes and 17 seconds left, Mike.
Be 10 minutes with Aaron
exactly.
Rodgers.
And Aaron Rodgers was slicing and dicing. You gonna tell me in Green Bay after Dallas score with Jason Garrett and notorious choking? We would have stopped Aaron Rodgers with 4. Okay. We would have magically got, man, get the hell out of here. As we know, Dallas is notorious chokers. They'd have lost that game.
Dallas is choke town, buddy. That's what we do here.
Stop it.
That's what we do.
Stop it. We choke.
Stars, Rangers, Mavericks, Cowboys. Fucking
what up, James?
Rough Riders, the damn Allen Americans, all of them choke.
We got to step up.
Why?
This is plain and simple.
Why? When you can just choke and go home, but all you got to do is get in the tournament, and you have a chance. You know, all you got to do is.
I don't never believe we ever have.
All you got to do is limp into the playoffs. You know, like Washington.
Somebody made a
get fucking mollywopped upside the head.
Hey, Mike. Somebody made a post and said, I don't know. He said, when was the last time you felt confident Dallas when they were playing a good team that they were going to go in and beat them? I said the 90s.
I felt confident in 2016.
When? Against who?
Pittsburgh. I knew we were going to win that fucking game.
You know what? I felt that, but I ain't going to say I was confident, but it felt in my spirit we were going to just beat them. It felt in my spirit. It was just set up. You know what I'm saying? Dez is dad. It just felt. Right.
I thought that the way that Dak Prescott and the run game was clicking, and the Dez connection was kind of remotely, it was above 30%.
You're gonna make me watch that game again.
It was the Dez connection was by that time in the season, it was over 30% completion percentage, which was good for them because they had a 50% connection. And
was banging that year.
Dude, hey, go watch that game. Let me when we get off here, I'll see if I can find them. Like, because I know I got the shit on my Twitter. Because Dak
Post
laced a
that shit.
couple. He laced a couple like 50-yard absolute fucking piss missiles down the sideline.
I'm saying that touchdown he threw to him was beautiful, but he had a slant. He threw to Dez. It was like on a second and like
it was
9.
Third. No, it was third.
It was a third down.
Third
you know
9,
what I'm talking about.
Dez act like he was going to head out and cut back in on the slant, and
it was perfect.
If Mahomes makes this throw, the shit's on SportsCenter. No.
And
sidearms it in between, right in between.
Arms it on his back foot, and
Dez comes out one hand.
Bam.
Man, I'm gonna find that shit.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Find that shit.
But nobody says that shit. Look at it.
Yeah.
You feel me? And he was doing that shit. And that this goes to show, man. Pay this man.
What the hell? Yep, here it is. I'm retweeting that shit right now.
Go on,
third and 10, sir.
Was it? Because
Yep.
I remember it specifically. Because I remember when he threw that pass, I was like, "Damn, that was a great pass." And he was pressured.
That wasn't it. But
lying. it was a second or third down because it was a slant pattern, and Dez dove for it. And he was on his back foot.
I got you. I'll tag you in it right now.
Cool.
All right. What the hell else we gonna talk about? I'm tired of being angry.
Yo, I'm good. We only got about 5 minutes because I'm about to watch that game in 024.
Yeah.
You know what it is. But hey man, shit. You been looking at these draftable players?
I hate this draft.
Why?
I hate this draft because they're gonna draft fucking Michael Parsons.
Why you hate him so bad?
Why he can't cover?
Okay, but maybe he hasn't had a chance.
I'm through projecting coverage. Go take that shit outside.
But listen, here it don't really matter. Let's keep it real, Mike. It don't really matter because this is what I said when they talk about, oh, this player left this team and came over here and was a dog. They don't come to Dallas and do that because we don't know how to use them.
And Micah Parsons has some off the field stuff.
I know.
I know, and he.
I know, but
he got a little David Irving in there. So
lazy David Irving because the stuff in the locker, I don't care about that. But if he's lazy, I don't like that.
Lazy.
He's lazy.
He reminds me when I watch that dude play. He reminds me of the guy we got now pre-disability. I see a high-level athlete with low football IQ that's the best athlete on the field and constantly gets to make up for his mistakes because of that. And it's going to bite him in his ass in the NFL. Period. I'll put my name on that.
Okay.
My name ain't shit, but I'll put it on there.
Okay.
So
what about a defensive tackle? Do you like any defensive
I could get to, of course, I'm only like, I'm in like the top 25, 30 region right now. So I haven't got too deep into it. I could get to 15 defensive player easily. That's my issue. And I want, I'd take Waddle, but I'm taking Waddle requires on a front office that would get off of his ass and not lose Michael Gallup next summer for a comp pick.
But they're not going to do that.
No, they're not. So
because if you draft a receiver, they're not going to jump on the phones and will and deal and get aggressive and be the smart team and do that. They're going to be like, oh no, we love Gallup, we don't want to hurt feelings, so we're going to let them play the whole season out. Wait, no damn way.
Man, I would take that. I would stamp that fucking Waddle pick, and as soon as I stamp that pick, I would light up anybody's phone, and anybody giving me anything earlier than a fourth, it's got Michael Gallup. Period. Because that's a pick this year. That's a player this year. That's not because that comp pick that you're getting is going to be in 2023, not 22. That's 2 years from now. You could trade that dude right now. If you could trade that dude after picking Waddle for a pick in the top 90. I mean, what? He was an 82. He was an 82, and you got more than your usage out of him, man. They're not going to pay him. You know that.
But here's the thing. I'm going to say one thing about this, and this is no disrespect to Michael Gallup. I mean, if you lose a Michael Gallup, is your team dying?
No, it's not. But if you could get an actual player if you could get another
if you get a player for him and then you could get some good compensation right now, why wouldn't you do that?
That's
That's good business.
But this
But
team,
we worry about people feelings.
This team, as we know, they like to get close to players. And, they hold on to DeMarcus. They hold on to DeMarcus Ware till he's past his prime. They hold on to Tyron Smith till he's past his prime. Slow dancing in the dark instead of trading dudes.
Instead of seeing, okay, you know what? He's hurt. Let's go ahead and see what we can get from him. No, we love him so much. And that's why we don't win.
You know the value you could have got on Lawrence after that? It's at least a first. I mean, the league loves edge players. They love edge players.
Okay, so Nick Rich says, "Are you sure I was crying a few years ago over our receiver core? We can't break that up. You already have. If you did you hear what we just said? If you draft a receiver early, right? You already have a CeeDee Lamb on a rookie contract. You have another explosive player on a rookie contract. You have Amari Cooper, who you could probably deal in another year or two and get another top receiver. And you have a guy who's going to come on an expiring contract. You get rid of him, trade him, and get a commodity right now.
You could take another Michael Gallup with that pick if you wanted to. So I mean, that would be dumb business on doubling up, trading just to double up. But if the player's there, you like the fucking guy, take him.
I mean that's the whole point is this is be aggressive.
Yeah, and if we're talking, I mean, if let's be realistic, once you're outside the top 50, 60, I mean, hell, if we're being on, like statistically speaking, once you're outside the top 20, you have like a 40-50% chance of that guy being a 2-year starter in the league. So whatever player you get for Michael Gallup, if that guy hits, that's awesome. That goes this year. Bam. That's a guy on your team. That's a safety. That's a defensive tackle. That's a linebacker. They're not
paying Michael Gallup, Mike, and we all know that. They're not paying him.
Michael Gallup is going to get $15 million a year.
Somewhere else. He's not going to be here.
And they shouldn't pay him. You do not pay that. That's wide receivers. How many years has it been? Oh, this is the deepest wide receiver draft we've ever seen. This is the deepest wide receiver draft we've ever seen.
Receivers get better every year, Mike.
That you just keep churning and burning. You churn and burn because there's a real. I've been talking about this for the better part of 2 years now. There's a real commodity to be had in the league with churning and burning pass catchers and defensive talent, defensive backs, because they're in desperate need. They're in absolute desperate need. And you take on, and if he's not the guy, let somebody else pay him. Like people want to talk about quarterbacks. That's how people talk about quarterbacks. It's how I feel about wide receivers and defensive backs. If that dude is not your guy, let somebody else pay him. Trade his ass. If you can trade him, trade him. Take the comp picks if you can. Trade him in the draft for a pick if you can. But get some type of value. Don't pay the guy. Don't pay the Juju style receiver. Don't pay the Michael Gallups. You don't pay AJ Bouye. You pay Jalen Ramsey. You don't pay AJ Bouye. You draft him. You take another one. Unless you're just really, really hurting, you can franchise tag him and then lose him for a comp pick the next time. But don't just sit on players until they retire and try to maximize your value. And with the way these wide receivers are coming out, there's some real value there. And taking one in the first 2 days, you should take a wide receiver every single year. Every single year. First 2 days of the draft. Now, where you take it is really depending on, what the talent there. Obviously, you're not going to take one in the first round every year like a maniac, like your Jim Irsay or some shit.
Right.
But every single year, take a wide receiver in the first 2 days. And then you could turn and burn that guy.
And then you don't have to worry about, we got to worry about this contract. You don't ever have to worry about the contract.
If that dude hits and say you draft a nuke in the second round, like some unicorn wide receiver that turns into Randy Moss, fantastic. That guy you drafted in the first round a couple years ago, guess where he's going? Somewhere else. And you're going to pay this guy. That's right. It's an embarrassment of riches. You just keep flipping them. And then you comp picks, players, whatever you need. There's your value. It's just free trading cards.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Or you can take a linebacker that's going to start 9 games, blow out his knee, and then end up as a PE teacher or some shit.
I mean, it's real talk, dog. That's how you got to flip and win, and that's why you see these teams come from nowhere Mike.
Yeah.
And then are winning because they're saying what you're saying and what I'm feeling in my head. You got to flip. You can't sit there and be emotional on these players. I've been saying for the last 2 years, do something with Tyron Smith, get some picks for him, straight up trade. I told you, remember when we first started talking, Mike, I said when Jamal Adams was out there and they was talking about Zach Martin, I said, man, trade Tyron Smith straight up for Jamal Adams. Just do it. Because he's down, he's going down, and you have a safety now. You don't got to worry about that. Now you got to test that things.
Even if the trade didn't work, like that's the issue. They've made a couple of trades, and it bit them in the ass. The only trade they've really
now they scared. They got baby nuts.
And you know, like they're still. I feel like, and you know, I've had a couple of people. They're still like Steven's still butthurt about that.
Brandon Carr deal. Brandon Carr is the Brandon Carr. He's got gunshot from Brandon.
And
Carr. It wasn't a bad deal.
No,
when he came in, he had his first couple of years. He had like what 6 picks, 5 picks.
Yeah, that wasn't
in
a
his
bad
whole
deal.
career, he didn't miss a game his whole career. People was mad because he was making the $10 million a year. But if we're looking at our cornerbacks that were really there and was there every single game and showed up every single game, you can say that I can honestly agree with you. That was the bad contract. The only thing you're looking at with Brandon Carr is the interceptions, and people are only going to point to his Megatron game. That's the only game they talk about. That was the whole secondary.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was, you know, and you know, the articles that came out. Oh, they overpaid. They overpaid. They
Right.
overpaid.
And
They
so
that
put in
shit.
people's-
That shit
and
ate
put
at
it-
Steven. That
Yeah.
shit ate at Steven.
Yes,
That's why I call him Catboy. You know, he's a bum and he's scared of his own shadow. And what's frustrating is I think we've probably talked about this. If you remember everybody remember, some people may not remember the 90s teams. I don't know how old people are in chat, but I'm sure people know history. Those 90s teams were loaded. The draft was loaded because they had the Herschel Walker trade. But you know what they still had to do? They still had to go get Charles Haley. They still had to go get Deion Sanders.
That's what we was talking about yesterday. A couple of days ago when I had James Whalen on, he was saying the same thing. For them, they had to get them dogs. They went out and got the dogs.
You draft talent, you buy for need. Period. They needed an edge rusher. They needed a corner. They bought them. That's what you do. You don't draft. Oh, you don't go in there. Oh, we need a defensive end. We need a 4-3 defensive end. We can't draft this kid because he can't play the run, and then you end up with fucking Taco Charlton instead of TJ Watt. That's what that mindset gets you. That's what I talk about. That's a bad mindset in the draft. Even if the pick worked, it was still a bad mindset going into it. It's a blind squirrel finding a nut.
Because you're guessing.
Yes, you draft talent. You draft talent like CeeDee Lamb. They drafted talent. He was the best fucking player on the board, and they drafted him. Period. Didn't think about it. Didn't fiddle for it. Oh, we do kind of like this corner. No, take him. Best player, take him. Draft for talent, buy for need. Figure it out later. If the free beer's staring out on the porch, take it. Get it home. Put it in the fridge. Figure out how you're going to get groceries later.
My dog. I like that one. They said say that one again. The free beer. Say that one again.
It's a free beer player. If you see free beer sitting on the porch, you take it, you get it home, you put it in the fridge, and figure out how you're going to fit your groceries later. Period.
I love it. I mean,
that's like the Mika Fitzpatrick trade I wanted to make. A first and a third for that dude. That's free beer. What are you talking about? You're not going to touch anybody.
Those are baby nuts, though.
Yeah,
baby nuts.
Scared
baby
money.
Nuts. Scared money. Don't make money.
When Jerry bought this team, he hammered everything he fucking had. When they won those Super Bowls, they shot for the moon. Instead, we got this paddle boat out here in the pond with a broken oar rolling around, getting bit by fucking mosquitoes and pissing in our pants. That's what we've been doing. Get off the damn paddle boat, go to the shop, buy the fucking speedboat, and let's put this bitch in the water and take off. Go get you some free agencies. Quit being scared. Let's go win the damn thing.
But I told you, this is what I said before, though. Mike, I said Steven done neutered Jerry. He neutered him. He cut his balls off and neutered him.
Oh,
and so
Steven's little finger. Steven's absolute. Yeah, Steven's the reason. I don't know.
He neutered Jerry.
People know. This is a well-known secret, but I'm sure people got to know this. Jerry Jones was going to fire Jason Garrett in the tunnel after that LA Rams loss. The LA Rams lost in 2018, the playoffs. Steven Jones talked him out of it. because they're tight. Stephen Jones was the reason Jason Garrett made it past 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019.
$100?
Yeah. Yeah. They're friends. They're still tight. Why do you think that dude got the fucking, he was sitting in his office taking interviews for other fucking jobs inside the Star. Jerry Jones was fucking Scotch drunk, angry as a motherfucker in the Rams tunnel, waiting for Jason Garrett's punk ass to come off that field. And Stephen Jones calmed him down. Dad, you're gonna make a scene. But Stephen Jones can make a scene fight with Tank Agent in the combine in front of God and everybody in the bar throwing fucking beer bottles across the wall. But whatever.
Damn.
I mean, people thought I thought this up till about 7 years ago that Stephen Jones was the light at the end of the tunnel.
Me too.
He's just a train.
And you know what I was thinking the other day, Mike? I was like, you know how you always say, man, I wish there'd be change. I wish there'd be change. And then when the change comes, you wish you regret it. You know what?
Monkey's paw. Everything with Dallas Cowboys is the monkey's paw. Oh, we need a corner. Oh, we need a corner. Okay. Morris Claiborne. Pow.
You know what Stephen Jones reminds me of right now? He reminds me of no, not that. Definitely that. No, listen. He reminds me of, how you got the king like Jerry, and Jerry rewarded his player. Jerry was good, and I but you know how the people are like, we need a new king. The king is old, and then the young son is the bad son. He bad as hell, and he just waiting for the king to die so he can take over and say, aha, now y'all gonna pay everything my dad gave y'all and did this y'all. I'm not doing this for y'all. Y'all gonna work. Y'all gonna pay for this.
He's like an evil Tommy boy.
I feel like that's what this is. And so I'm sorry, Jerry, because I had to look back the last month and like, hold up. I was wanting Steven because I'm like, Jerry, you be tripping, but dog it. You was aggressive like I liked, and I can't hate that. And then now I'm like, you were super aggressive, and how did you get like this? And then I'm like, damn, Steven neutered you, dog. I keep looking and looking. Steven neutered you, and now he wants to take over. When he take over, bruh.
We need Jerry to.
It's all, but it's over. Jerry ain't doing shit no more. It's
I know. I'm trying to word this. I'm terrible about wording shit tactfully. We need Jerry to start smelling the wood from them caskets they're making out. That's he ain't got much time left. And Desperate Jerry is the Jerry we need. Desperate Jerry won 3 Super Bowls. We need Desperate Jerry sitting on his back drinking scotch, smoking cigars. Nah, that ain't gonna work. We need to come on with it. And I know we've been ragging on them, but I'll leave the little nugget. I'm gonna drop this, and then we'll be out of here. The conversations that people said that were happening between Dak Prescott and his representation or whatever, that ain't between Steven. And Steven's the one that fucked it up last year. So, put that little information in your pocket for what it's worth.
Jerry stepping in, right?
I mean, allegedly,
because that's what I was hearing. But
who else would it be? So, I know they talked like right after the Super Bowl that week, quite a few times, and then things kind of went quiet because that's the way the shit goes. But it's because Steven and Todd France rather knife fight right now than talk. Those dudes fucking hate each other. That's why that Justin Simmons dream's hilarious. For one, he's a $11 million safety. They're not going to do that. And he's rep by Todd France. So there's your little research. You can look up little free agents, who's represented by Tank Lawrence's agent, who's represented by Todd France, and just scratch those off the list of any potential free agents coming in here. So,
my dog, I appreciate you, man. Hey, I love you, dog. You be bringing that fire. Yo got flame. Hey man, have a good night, dog. I love you.
Too, Bub.
Talk to you soon.
Later, Bub. Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey ho, my dog. Young Wilson with a 999 holla. I don't care, dog. I be trying to tell you, man. My God comes with that intel, man. He come with that intel, dog. He come with it. I'm about to get off here too, but I love Mike. That's why I love the burgers and blitzes. We weren't able to have it last week. Has some things going on, and I appreciate. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey, dog, what's up, man? We gotta get the burgers and blitzes popping off tonight. And he was like, yeah, it's on. And he speaks the real. He speaks like my heart speaks, but he has the intel too. So it's not just him just talking out the side of his neck. He got the intel to back up what he's saying, and that's why I appreciate it. And just the last thing he said right there just was like, I wrote an article on Stephen Jones right after I got out of media school, and I was hyped about Stephen Jones. I was like, yeah, he got the cap together, and he's doing this and everything, this and this. And I was never mad at Jerry for being gun-ho, going out there and getting talent. Like, when he went out and I remember Joey Galloway and Roy Williams and we people, I know we were all frustrated that it didn't pan out, but in my heart, I never got mad at Jerry for being aggressive because he was always aggressive. Like if he saw like the team wasn't winning. So, when I said the Joneses winning is not first, it's the brand, and I talk to Mike a lot. It makes me think like, damn, what's up with Steven? Like the guy that I was wanting is now the guy I'm like, oh my God, this could be the guy that's taking over. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's just like what he said at the end is like, wow. And now when he says it, I can see Jerry like, hey man, I'm sorry, Jerry. In that aspect of, I'm not gonna say you still put winning first because I know you're on that brand, but maybe you do, but it might be Steven. Because when you said Jerry, I could see Jerry being mad as hell at that Rams game and being ready to go off. I could see that. Like when he said that, I could see that. Like the whole scenario, what he just said, I could see it in my eyes. Like, damn. That's why I got so quiet about it, because it just hit me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like him coming on, because he always going to spit real stuff that a lot of people might not know. And I didn't know that. Keeping it real, I did not know that at all. So it's got me like, wow. And Mike comes with that real 100% intel. So now it's got me like, damn. And so the only hope that Dak Prescott is going to be signed is going to be Jerry, because it ain't going to be Steven. Because the way he's talking, if Steven had his way, he's saying basically, I don't need Dak Prescott. We can do it another way. And Jerry is basically probably jumping in like, nah, I need a Super Bowl before I die. And this is my best chance because I'm almost 80 years old. I ain't got time. And I feel like that's the reason why. And I said that before when he got Mike McCarthy, he didn't want to go with no rookie coach because he's like, I ain't got that much longer to do this. I need to give me another championship before I go. And I need a coach that's ready now. So makes sense. What up, David? Yeah, I got you, Daddy-O. Yeah, I feel you, Jay Lombardi, for real. Let me put your question up, Wink. What you say? I appreciate you, Kevin. Yeah, that's wild, man. Like, I'm just really bugging off this, man. That's why I mess with Mike. You know what I'm saying? I need this intel. It makes me think different, because you know what? This is reality, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but you can think one thing for like 10 straight years, and then one thing will change. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Just That just don't make me feel good about the future. Like I was already suspect when he's saying, and I believe him when he's saying Stephen Jones and Todd France do not like each other. And one thing they said about the Cowboys with their agents, that's why they had the Eugene Parker, and he was so good with the Cowboys because he represented at the time. I think he was representing like 10 or 11 players, and they had a good rapport, and that's why they got their contracts done, and they didn't have the long issues with the contracts. But now you got a guy in Todd France, and when he says that, so now just people, that's why we do this. I need this because now he says anybody Todd France is representing and it's a Cowboys free agent, don't even look at him. That's real talk. So that helps me think, okay, because all right, and we already know Steven is not going to sign people. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy, Juwan James, for the $10 holler on the Cash App. Appreciate you, dog. Shout out to my dog, the Ninja, for the $2 holler. Appreciate you. Shout out to my dog, Young Wilson, for the $2.99 holler. Yeah. And so what he's saying that move Steven out of these negotiations, you know what? I can always say I'm sorry. Can't I, babe? Right? I'm one person can say I'm sorry. I can. I'm sorry, Jerry. Shout out to the lunatic for the $2 holler. I'm not sorry for everything, Jerry. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna sorry for everything. But I am sorry because I was frustrated with you. But when I see your son, I feel like he's the evil son, Jerry. And I feel you. Jump in them negotiations, Jerry. Because when he just said that just changed my whole thought pattern right quick. I'm sorry, I don't know about y'all, but when he said Jerry was sitting in that tunnel fuming, ready to fire Jason Garrett's ass, like, you're fired today. Bye. I got it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry, Jerry. I ain't forgiving you for everything, but I'm not mad at that because that's what the hell I'm talking about. If you was ready to fire his ass then, and Steven jumped in and said no. Oh my goodness. I'm ready to throw my microphone. Let me hit that black. I'm so damn mad right now. What up, KMT? What do you say, KMT? I love KMT. He don't give me no slack. You a young buck. That's why I love you. He says, "Yeah, I'm about to get off here and then spend another half hour." See, that's why I love KFT because he has no filter. He don't care. He don't care who I am, and I'm nobody. Let you know, I'm not nobody. But he quick to bust me out, and that's why I f with you, KMT. Like that's why I f with you because you bust. It's like you just. If I had any bubble, you burst it quickly. If I had any bubble, there's a few other people, but I have any bubble, KMT is gonna bust it. So I don't have a bubble, but if I had a bubble, KMT would bust it. So thank you. Hell yeah. You feel me, Marlon? I would have loved to see him fire his ass on that night. You're fired. I would have loved that shit. I'd have been like, hey ho. That damn Steven. Ah, you make me sick. Yeah, he is. KMT straight goo 43 flex. He goo squad. He don't give a hell. He don't give a hell. He just I'll be talking feeling good KMT to be like blah 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 blah. I'm like, really, KMT? Yo, Wilson with the 499. I got 5 on it. Hell yeah, because Booth ain't about to 024 for me. For me. 024, baby. It's about to come down. All right, 024, 024. Hey ho, the ninja with the $5 holla. I'm just glad BGJ internet got upgraded in the mic jack. A scramble pour for real. Thank Booth. She wants to take. How we thanking you for that? Oh yeah, thank Booth for the upgrade. Because what happened was, if y'all want to hear the story, I'm gonna get off here KFT real quick since you want to get on me. But for real though, I did a show with Vach, and the ninja was clouding me bad. Everybody was saying I had dial-up internet. I had the little boy internet. Everybody was clowning me on my show. I was really sweating on that show. I don't know if y'all saw it. I was sweating like hell. I was so embarrassed on that show. I really was, and I was like, I was just saying. I'm just keeping it real. I was. Everybody was saying I had died off. After the show was over, I said, "Okay, boo, what we got to do to the internet? What we got to do to upgrade?" I said, "What we got to do upgrade today?" She called. She got on there. She called them early in the morning. I said, "Get up." I said, "Get up." Paul, you peeped that? I said, "Boo, get up. Get the package. I will pay the. I've already paid the bill. I will up. I'll pay it. I'll take whatever care, whatever. Boo, we got to upgrade it now." So if y'all notice, it's a lot better. Thank Boo. Thank. Shout out to you, Boo. Thank. We appreciate it here. You know what I mean? Let's keep it all the way real. So we upgraded a little bit over here. And guess what? I told y'all I got a new producer in the cut. Y'all gonna see his name soon. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm so 90s. What Gucci Mane said, also I see. I'm so 90s. I'm like, I gotta step up a little bit. Y'all see the comments over there. I futuristic, but that's improvement to me. But I got me a producer now. We working out some things. Go get a little more space AG 2021 up in here. We're gonna get a little more space AG up in here, okay? We're gonna get a little more space AG up in here, okay? Okay, you go see some new openings in here. You go like, okay, big game, okay. Yeah, it ain't gonna be crazy. It gonna be nice though. You feel me? You'll be like, okay, big game. I see you. Okay, old man. Yeah. You gonna say, okay, old man. KMT. You gonna say, okay, old man. Okay, old man. Okay. Yeah, that's what you gonna say. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all gonna see. Old man gonna come in here like it's gonna be like wah, 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 big AJ. You're gonna have me a little extra. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna come in like then I was like, yeah, 2021 up in this beer. 2021 in this beer. 20. Let me hit this back one more time. Yeah, wait, yeah, feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Jay? Just try to get better. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing everybody futuristic. I'm like, damn, I'm so 90s up in here. Everybody futuristic. I'm so damn 90s. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? BGJ gonna be 2021 here a little bit, okay? He ain't gonna be crazy 2021, but he gonna be a little bit 2021. You know what I'm saying? Just upgrade a little bit. So just stay tuned. Just keep watching. And go check that I just dropped a Tonga video. You feel me? Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? And I got Tyler Shelford coming up next and JC Horror. You feel me? Got them guys coming up next. You know what I'm saying? Keep on liking that. Keep on supporting that. Keep on subbing that. All that good stuff. And then I told y'all, next week I got Matt Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be like, Matt Johnson. Dog, if you're a Cowboys fan, you better know Matt Johnson. That dog could have been sweet. Just injuries. We talked about it on the show today. Injuries. But I got him and Barry Church. They both play together. They both cool. I said, man, we got to do a secondary show, dog. We got to just talk about secondary. We got to just talk about agents. No, we got to talk about cover threes. We got to talk about cover twos. We got to talk about cover ones. We got to talk about, okay, Dan Quinn in there. We're talking cover three. What the hell would they looking at? You know what I'm saying? We're just linebackers. We're going to talk all that next week. Get ready. I got a linebacker in store for you too. Get ready. Yeah. Blah. Wow. Get ready. Get ready. I ain't trying to scream because I scream. Yeah. Get ready. We're going to do this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to just talk about, right? We don't just, that's why I want to bring them on because I don't want to just bring them on. We just talking about, no, I don't want to talk about cover three. You got this alignment. What the hell we doing right here? You feel me? And we're going to try to have them graphics right. So we're going to say, we don't want to just look at, we don't want to say, what's this cover three look like? What's this cover two like? When you in this right here, what are you looking at right here? When this key comes right here, what are you looking at? We need to know this. So when we in the games, when we watching them games, Okay, we remember what he said right here. It's real talk because I already studied on my own, but I like hearing there because they was there. They was in there. I need to hear all that goodness and joy. You feel me? I feel you. Wink, wink. I'm trying to tell you, man, people would be slipping on Matt. Matt Johnson was a dog. You feel me? I appreciate you, Jay. But that's why we're gonna come on here. We're gonna bring we're gonna bring all that goodness on here, and we're gonna keep on bringing out. I'm trying to bring on guys breaking down positional players. So I got a linebacker I'm working on right now, and I got a couple offensive linemen. One offensive lineman that I talked to, man, if I get this guy, y'all gonna trip. If I get this guy, we're gonna trip. But I've been slow cooking him. Babe knows. Boothang knows. I slow cook. You don't put that joker in there, the ninja will tell you. He knows. He sends me all them great steaks. You don't throw that joker in this, throw that joker on 500. Slow cook that joker. Got slow cook him. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm slow cooking right now. Slow cooking, slow cooking. You know what I'm saying? Get them on here and we're going to talk some offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? I know James Whalen came on a couple of days ago. I know he wasn't great, wasn't like the great tight end, but James Whalen played tight end. He went from receiver to tight end. People talking about Pitts coming on there. He give knowledge. He played the game. And you got to go watch that interview when he's talking about what I looked at when I was on the line of scrimmage, keys. Those things you can look at because it helps. That's why I like it. You feel me? That's why I like it. Well, I'd love to get some DeMarcus Ware, bud. Shh. I got DeMarcus Ware, boy. Slap yourself. I love it. But hey, we're gonna get off here, man. Appreciate y'all. Gonna do 024 up in this piece. Gonna eat some food, man. I love y'all. Great show. If you didn't get to see, if you just came in on the end, please go rewind this. Mike was explosive today. I just really let him talk and just really talk his good stuff. And he was talking some real good stuff, man. So please go rewind this interview. Go check it out, man. Not really an interview, but that's my dog. But I just like when he just talks that real stuff and just let him go. He don't be speaking no negative. He speaks real. And it may sound negative sometimes, but when it's real, it's not negative. When it's really going on and when it's really happening, it's not a negative vibe. It's a real vibe, and people need to really understand it. And that's why I bring them on. You got the inside intel, and you're talking real stuff, man. I ain't trying to listen to no fantasies. You feel me? I ain't trying to listen to no fantasies from this organization or anything else. I want to hear truths. You feel me? And that's why we have it. So just keep on liking, supporting the page, man, and keep on doing what we doing, man. Let's keep on making this thing grow like no other, y'all. All right. Salutes to all the donations. Y'all were great. The Ninja, the Lunatic, Young Wilson with the hollers, man. Y'all were awesome today. Like y'all always do. I really appreciate you guys. I don't ever want to get off there and not say I don't appreciate you guys. I love everything you guys do. And it's Goon Squad all day. And you know how we do out here at Big Game James Silver Blue Nation. It's Goon Squad all day. If you come in here, be respectful. If not, Goon Squad going to attack you. You're going to get your ass up out of here and you're going to be banned for life because Goon Squad don't play that mess out here. All right. So I love y'all, man, and keep on doing, man. Goon Squad for life. I'm going to get these shirts and shit together. I know I've been, it's hard out here, man, but I tell you, just keep on being patient with me. I'm going to have this merchandise out. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I'm definitely going to get that Goon Squad because I'm tired of saying it. And we just saying it. We got to get Goon Squad shirts and shit. Motherfucking BGJ Goon Squad. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We go down to Cowboys game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying for that Cowboys game. They going to pay me because I ain't paying for Cowboys games. But we're still going to be Goon Squad up in there. So let's go, y'all. All right. I love all y'all, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Kiss your loved ones. Give them a hug, man, because you never know what's going to happen the next day, man. So I appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all. Big Game James, Silver Blue Nation, the Ninja, my dog, Goon Squad. I get these shirts popping. You know how we do. I'm out. Be safe. All right. Till we meet again. Peace.